Hi everyone, it's Paula from One Code Camp. Welcome back to our channel. Today we're going to explore a very simple topic. How do you deploy a smart contract to any EVM-based network? All you need is a MetaMask, Chainlist, and Remix IDE. Let's get started. For this video, you will be needing a MetaMask account. If you don't have it yet, don't worry, it's a really quick install. Just head over to metamask.io, navigate to the Downloads page, and click the browser of your choice that you want to install it to. Follow the instructions to set up a brand new MetaMask account, and we can get going adding new networks to our account with the help of Chainlist. But first, let's talk about how MetaMask and Chainlist interact. So MetaMask is like our trusty sidekick. It's a browser extension that allows us to interact with the blockchain, making deploying smart contracts super convenient. It also allows us to add multiple networks and switch between them depending on which one we want to deploy to or interact with. Chainlist is a service provider that allows us to connect to multiple EVM networks that are available. All it does is get information about the appropriate chain, such as their chain ID, network name, and so on, and adds that information to our MetaMask wallet. Now, if it's your first time visiting Chainlist, you will have to connect your wallet first. Let's do that by clicking on the Connect Wallet button. MetaMask will pop up requesting a connection, which we can approve. And from there, we can start browsing the list of available networks and choose one that works for us. You'll know your wallet is successfully connected when you can see the short version of your wallet address next to the MetaMask icon, and all of the buttons have changed from Connect Wallet to Add to MetaMask. Now remember that this method is specifically for EVM-based chains. That's Ethereum Virtual Machine networks. So if you're thinking about trying it out on non-EVM chains like, say, Solana, unfortunately that won't work. But no worries, we've got tons of other cool stuff you can explore here on our channel, so keep coming back for more. Let's get started by adding a few networks from here. Let's try the easy way and the slightly more technical way. First, let's look up the network that we want to connect to. Let's say I wanted to connect to the BNB Smart Chain Test Network. That's chain ID 97. So we've simply typed in BNB, we've toggled Include Testnets, and we can see right here the test network next to the main network. We're simply going to click Add to MetaMask. We can also switch directly from here. We now know that we are on the BNB Smart Chain Test Network because we can see the network currency being displayed as our currency on MetaMask. That's TBNB. We can also check out the drop-down in the upper left for me. And there we can see that we are in fact on the BNB Smart Chain Test Network. From this drop-down, we can easily switch to other networks that we already have listed on our account. So currently, I've switched back to the Ethereum mainnet, and I can switch back to the BNB Test Network anytime. As simple as that. Now I mentioned a more technical approach. Let's try that one next. Let's say for this one, I wanted to add Sepolia. Over here, we have a few networks that come up under Sepolia, but we are looking for one with a chain ID of 111-55111, and I've found it right here. Now, instead of clicking Add to MetaMask from here, I am going to unfold the drop-down by clicking on the arrow right below, and it will give me a list of RPC URLs that I can use to add this to my MetaMask. Let's try one of these. Let's go to our MetaMask extension, open up the network list dropdown, and click Add Network. Now this will open up MetaMask in expanded view on a new tab on our browser. It brought me to a list of networks. I'm going to scroll down, and here at the very bottom, we can see Add a Network Manually. We're going to click that. So the network name is Sepolia. The RPC URL is something that we've picked up from the list available on Chainlist. The chain ID is 111-55111, which we can also check on Chainlist. Finally, the currency symbol is ETH, and the block explorer URL is sepolia.etherscan.io. So I've clicked on save. It successfully added the network, and I can easily switch to it with a click of a button. Okay, great. Now we have a list of available EVM networks that we might want to deploy a smart contract to. How do we actually do that? Let's head over to a web-based IDE known as Remix. Remix is a web-based IDE. It's totally plug and play. You don't have to download or install anything. You don't even have to sign up for an account. You will, however, have to connect your MetaMask wallet when it's time to deploy. Let's first create a smart contract. Now, we don't need anything fancy. We just want a very simple smart contract that we can deploy, and later maybe we can test it out on the Block Explorer. So I've created a very simple calculator smart contract, which we will try to deploy on several networks right here on Remix. First, let's compile our contract if it wasn't already auto-compiled. We know it's done when we see the green checkmark over the Solidity logo. Then we're going to head over to the Deploy and Run Transactions panel. And from here, we're going to scroll to the very top. Under Environment, where it currently says Remix VM, we're going to switch that to Injected Provider MetaMask. Now, once it's correctly connected, the detail below it will change with the details of the network we are currently on. So what I'm seeing is Sepolia 111.55.111 network. This means that if I hit this deploy button, I will be deploying it to the Sepolia network. Let's give it a try. So I'm going to hit confirm. Now, there are two ways to check if it has been successfully deployed to the network. The first one is by checking your MetaMask activity. So we can see over here a contract deployment. And the contract has also appeared in our Remix on the lower left under Deployed Contract. We can look up this contract by going to the transaction and clicking View on Block Explorer. There we go. Our contract has been deployed to Sepolia and is visible on Etherscan. Let's try this again on a different network. Let's head back to Remix. Let's open up our MetaMask wallet. I'm going to switch over to the BNB Smart Chain testnet. There we go. We can see TBNB. And we can also see under the injected provider, the chain ID has changed to 97. Let's deploy from here. MetaMask has popped up. It's showing us the gas fees in TBNB currency. So let's go ahead and confirm it. We can now see a successful transaction in our MetaMask activity under the BNB Smart Chain Test Network. And we can also see our newly deployed contract added to the list of deployed contracts on Remix. Let's do the same thing and check out this transaction on the appropriate Block Explorer. We can now see the transaction on the BSC scan, which is the explorer of the BNB network. Let's try deploying to a third and final network, this time on Polygon. So I've headed back to Chainlist, and I've looked up the keyword Matic, including test networks, and I found one called Mumbai. I'm going to add this to my MetaMask, just like before. I'm going to approve and switch right over. Heading back to Remix, I can see that the network has changed to 80001 network, which is the chain ID of Mumbai. Just like before, let's click on Deploy. Let's confirm that transaction. and wait for our favorite success indicators. There it is. We have our contract deployment transaction in our MetaMask activity, and we have a third symbol calculator deployed on Remix. Let's check this out on the Polygon Scan Block Explorer. And there it is. Our transaction is available on Polygon Scan. We have successfully deployed the same smart contract to 3 different networks: Sepolia, Binance, and Mumbai Polygon. And these are just 3 examples. As you saw on Chainlist, there are so many other EVM-based networks that you can deploy to. Just like we promised, it was all super easy. With the power of Chainlist, we can easily add different EVM chains to our MetaMask, and on MetaMask, we can easily switch between them to deploy our smart contracts with just a few clicks. So go ahead, experiment, and have fun exploring these amazing blockchain playgrounds. Happy coding, everyone!